folks, if you can see me. What I've got here is actually there's a couple of things. What I'm after is the wild grape up here. You can see it, a couple bunches right here. Vitis, I think, is the botanical name, and I'm trying to hurry. There's a big thunderstorm moving in. I'm kind of in between thunderstorms right now, and there's lightning going on back over that way. And I'm trying to get this in before we get the big one coming in. But anyway, so I got there's a couple bunches here, and this is July, about July 17th. They're supposed to be ripe. I think Deane Jordan says that they're ripe around September, but this is July, and I'm getting some that are ripe here now, of these bunches. But maybe they'll go through July, August through September. So I don't know, but I know that these are already ripe here. So anyway, they got grapes, wild grape, Vitis, and the little young tender leaves on the end. This one's a small one, but there's as long as they're young and tender, and they taste kind of like the skin of the grape. So probably better cooked, but you can eat the little young tender ones raw. The older ones tend to be a little bit more on the bitter side. So anyway, and the grapes. Which have a few seeds in them, hanging around. The only problem I think that somebody might have with, here, let me pick it up and, well, that's good, that grape's good. Let me pick it up and show you, so I can get a closer up of it. There's the grape bunches right there. Well, they're pretty good. I'm gonna eat some more of them. You can see the tendrils right here. And what happens is the tendrils come off and hang down like this. And they'll attach to other things. The only other plant I think that other vine that might cause a problem where grape vines usually grow is, I think it's called Canada Moonseed, and it's a poisonous one. But the tendrils tend to wrap up on itself on the vine rather than attached to something else and go off on their own. They tend to wrap on their own, on itself and up a vine. But and the leaf's a little different, I think, than Canada Moonseed. But anyway, there's different varieties of grapevine, and I really don't know all the different varieties, but I just know wild grape when I see it, and these guys are really good when they're ripe. You can eat the green ones, but they're really tart. So I mean, the ripe ones have a little bit of a tartness to them, but it's not bad. It's kind of on par with huckleberry, actually. And the thing right next to it here is green briar. Just growing all down along here. And as you can see, the leaf shape here, I don't know, it's laurel or common, but this one for sure is not bull. So it's one of the two, laurel or common. Could be laurel, could be common green briar, I don't know which, but it's definitely not bull. But so there's the grapes there, and I'll show you some over here. Some of the young ones that come off on the right here. Those are the young leaves. Those are the ones that if you're going to eat some leaves, that would be what you would want. You wouldn't want the older ones further up because they tend to be bitter. I mean, I guess you could put them in a pot and cook them, and cook them down they would probably be all right cooked. But you wouldn't want to eat the older ones, I don't think, raw, because they're just really bitter. But the young ones you can eat raw. Hey folks, there was a couple of things that I forgot to mention about the, well, as far as the grapevine goes, and I wanted to get those in. One, I think the Canada Moonseed, which I mentioned, I think that's why they call it a Canada Moonseed, because it has the shape of a moon seed that's in it. Anyway, that's the poisonous one you want to stay away from. Other than that, the regular grapevine has, the wild grape has the round seeds. Also, as far as the different varieties go, I really don't know the different varieties. The tendrils can split. A single tendril can split and go off, and they're based on, other characteristics. So, but I really don't know what those are. What I did want to get in, if I could, was that I forgot, but was that we kind of have, there's kind of like 3 rules for foraging, and I wanted to get those in. I think I've already mentioned them a little bit before, some of them, but the main one, the first one being to always be sure of your ability to identify the plants correctly. The second one is when you gather your wild edibles, that you don't want to do it in any polluted areas, because you got to be aware of the food chain. So any pollutants like herbicides, pesticides, agricultural areas, industrial, roadsides where you get runoff, those are polluted type areas you want to stay away from. I wanted to point that out too. So yeah, you want to collect your stuff in areas that aren't polluted. And lastly, you want to leave something behind for, to regenerate, so other people can enjoy it. You can enjoy it later on. And those are pretty much the things that I wanted to get across while I had the time. And here's the storm coming in. So anyway, thanks for watching.